beautiful day. And time for our keys to the game. They're brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers. They're brought to you by Jim DeShane.
Yeah, PCA's been like a multivitamin, one a day. It's very hard to hit a home run in the big leagues. He's done it 3 consecutive games now on an absolute heater. 406 here in the month of June with 8 home runs, tied for the most in the major leagues. Been there, done that. Cubs feel really good when they send the big right-hander to the mound, Ben Brown, and he'll get after it here this afternoon against his Blue Jays. First career start for Ben against the Jays. And Kevin Gausman, well, his split finger is a devastating pitch. We'll keep an eye on that today. That's going to be a challenge for the Cub hitters.
Good matchup here today on the mound. A couple of big righties. Ben Brown, you saw him drawing that line straight ahead towards the target. And Brown, since joining the rotation, has been sensational. Overall, he's been really good, JD.
Yeah, 1.74 ERA. That's third best in Major League Baseball for those who have pitched at least 60 innings. He's allowed only 7 extra base hits, 1 home run, facing 243 batters. He's been able to limit that damage, and well, it's a combination of things, but that curveball is one that the hitters are always worried about.
Ground ball rate up this year with that sinker, and he'll go to work against the Blue Jays lineup that is presented by Ford. Blue Jays got all the way to Game 7 of the World Series last year. They had one of the best offenses in baseball. That has not been the case this year. Springer, Guerrero, and Sanchez, the top 3 for John Schneider. Pinango, the former Cub farmhand, then Kirk, Lucas, Okamoto, Schneider, and Andres Jimenez will play shortstop. So that's a look at the Jays lineup. They're 11th in the AL, tied for 24th in all of baseball in runs per game. Their weighted runs created plus, they rank 21st. It's a very aggressive team. They don't walk very much. They also don't strike out very much.
No, they do not. They like to swing the bat. They have the 2nd highest swing rate in Major League Baseball, and they also have the highest chase rate in Major League Baseball.
So Big Ben Brown making start number 8. He was slotted into the rotation after Matthew Boyd went on the shelf with that knee injury. Ready to go as George Springer, the veteran, climbs in. Brown shuffles the feet. He's ready and fires. And that one fouled back, and we are underway. Heater at 96. Danger right from the jump with this guy. That is all time. Most career leadoff hitters, and only Ricky Henderson has hit more. High fly ball, left field, playable. Happ, who comes on. And there's one away. 1 up, 1 down. Abby and the Chicago Cubs are teaming up to strike out cancer. Roughly 241 Americans are diagnosed with cancer every hour for each Cubs strikeout at Wrigley this year. AbbVie will donate $241 to Cubs charities. AbbVie, people, passion, possibilities. And now it's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And there's a pitch in for a strike.
Last time out, Ben Brown in San Francisco, 5 innings, 7 hits, 1 run. He wasn't at his sharpest, but still managed to allow just 1 run through 5 innings. He walked 3, struck out 3. And try to run that sinker in on the hands of Guerrero and get a ground ball. Guerrero hits it on the ground a lot.
Ball to strike. Guerrero waits and loops that one out to short. Dansby Swanson pulls it down, and there's 2 away. Got him reaching that time. 2 up, 2 down. And here comes Jesus Sanchez. The Jays coming off a 3-game sweep of the Red Sox, and their pitching and defense did the job. Boston scored 4 runs in those 3 games. Brown ready, deals. Now we touched on the offense. Last year they were 2nd in the AL, 4th in the majors in runs per game. Slug a ton. The thing they did really well last year was get on base. Carson Kelly, we'll watch that drift out of play. JD, last year the Jays led the majors in on-base percentage. This year they are tied for 22nd.
Yeah, they don't walk a lot, as you mentioned. They still hit for a good average. 250 is a good bit above league average. Last year they hit 292 with runners in scoring position. This year 234. So it gets back to the whole conversation. Is that a repeatable skill?
Swing and a miss. Sanchez out in front. There was a knuckle curve.
And nasty downer. Sanchez, another one of those Blue Jay hitters that is super aggressive. Hardly ever walks, likes to swing it. Probably don't need to throw him another strike in this sequence to get him out.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He didn't throw him a strike, and he chased it. A 9-pitch first inning for Ben Brown. The Jays do not score for the Cubs. It'll be PCA to start it off when we come back. Back here at Wrigley, a peek from one of our drones. Yes, we have multiple drones here on a Friday afternoon, and here come the Cubs, led by PCA, followed by Alex Bregman, then Michael Busch, Seiya Suzuki, Ian Happ, Matt Shaw is in right. It goes Horner, Kelly, and Swanson bottom third as they will face this veteran right-hander.
Yeah, 35-year-old Kevin Gausman, 4th overall pick by the Orioles out of LSU back in 2012. Twice an All-Star. Most recently with the Jays in 2023. Got a fastball, about 94 miles an hour. Really good splitter and a slider, but it's that fastball splitter combination that gets it done for him.
First offering, a splitter that misses to Pete Crow Armstrong. Last 17 games, PCA hitting .425. His OPS has gone from .676 to .854 over that stretch. Good chase there. Some mechanical adjustments for PCA. Feet a little closer together, a little closer to the plate, deeper in the box. He's dropped his hands a little bit.
Really tracking the ball well, and when he gets his pitch, he almost always squares it up.
That's Barrett says it missed, and it's 3-0. How about some June ranks?
Yeah, well, there you go. He's hitting .406. That Ted Williams like. First in hits, tied for first in home runs. That slugging percentage well above number 2 on the list, and the OPS up over 1,300. And due respect from the veteran Gausman. 3 consecutive splitters. I'm not sure what that last one was. Maybe a little sinker.
So the leadoff man is aboard. And PCA and his 16 stolen bases is at first. All right, highest percentage of the split thrown. Gausman's number 1. Shota's at number 3. And they also have Trey Savage.
Yeah, and again, he throws a slider, but he doesn't throw it that much. So, especially the lefties, it's almost exclusively fastball split. The righties will see some sliders.
0-1 to Alex Bregman. What do you make of that? It's hard to say. I'm sure if you were talking to Kevin Gausman, he'd say, not my split.
Not mine, pal.
That was the thing Joe Girardi said when he would have a conversation with David Cone, talk about hitters and what they hit against the slider. And David Cone would say, whose slider? Not my slider.
Yeah. Tony had a great one.
2-1 on Bregman. PCA at first, nobody out. And after a long hold, a throw over to first.
Base runners are 17 out of 20 against Alejandro Kirk, and they're 7 out of 8 with Gausman on the mound this year. So there may be opportunities to swipe a bag.
Here goes the runner. Check swing. It's a ball. Throw to second. And safe is Pete Crow Armstrong. Picked a good pitch. It was a slider. Stolen base number 17. And a man into scoring position in the count 3-1.
This slide is brought to you by Wisconsin Dells. Playing their getaway at WisDells.com. Headlong into second base goes PCA, and therein lies the rub for a pitcher. You know, he's got that power. He's swinging a hot bat, so you're careful. But he turns that walk essentially into a double with that steal of second. He's a handful right now.
Bregman back in, awaiting a 3-1. And that is in for a strike, says Lance Barrett.
Just at the notch of the knees. No challenge from Bregman. Good thing he did not.
So man at second, 3-2 with Bush waiting on deck. Payoff pitch. And Bregman takes ball 4, and the first 2 have reached. When you look at what the Cubs do well offensively as a team, it's get on base. They have the 3rd highest walk rate in the majors, and they're tied for the 4th highest on base percentage.
Yeah, and Gausman generally does not walk people. He has the 4th lowest walk rate in Major League Baseball. And I think it's all about, you know, PCA coming into the batter's box as hot as he has been, presenting that danger. He tiptoed around PCA, and I think he just put him in a real defensive posture here.
So Bush stands in, 2 on, nobody out. And a swing and a miss. See the totals for Bush. The on base has been excellent. Trying to continue to click that slugging percentage up. Check swing, and he went.
Just very difficult to see that out of the hand and not think fastball.
JD back to the first 2 hitters, and you talked about Gausman's low walk rate. It's only the 2nd time this year he's walked 2 or more in an inning. Check swing roller. That's to third. Okamoto picks it up, throws him out, and it works effectively as a sacrifice bunt.
You know what that means, Boo?
Tell me.
Ducks on the pond. Opportunity now for Suzuki with a base hit to score 2. A little half swing. What a productive out. You know, I asked Craig Counsell earlier today, so who in your lineup do you like against Gausman? Who do you think's a good matchup? And he said, Seiya Suzuki.
Slider missing.
Well, he's turned his season around.
And there's a strike. And Suzuki flinching, didn't like it because it wasn't a strike. Second and third, 1 away. And a challenge from Kirk.
Call the ball, the catcher is challenging.
Big challenge here.
ABS powered by T-Mobile, and it's a strike.
Yeah, clearly a strike. And you look at the numbers that hitters do after they fall behind 1-2 as opposed to being ahead 2-1. It's a huge difference. I'm guessing slider away, or maybe they double back up inside.
In the dirt and stopped by Kirk. Went with a splitter that time. Alejandro Kirk back in action. He missed a good chunk of the year with a broken thumb.
That's certainly been part of the Jays story. We talked about their numbers being down offensively, but they've had a number of key guys on the shelf.
Suzuki lifts that in the air, right field, down the line, and fair ball. PCA coming in. Here comes Bregman to the plate. And Suzuki is into second. It's a 2-run double. And the Cubs on top by that many.
See if the Jays want to challenge here. Sanchez pointing that was a foul ball. That'd be a very difficult determination for him to make as he tracks that ball, which the Jays will not challenge.
Yeah, it hit his glove in fair territory.
Yeah. That's just wishful thinking on his part.
No question.
He's still thinking that's foul.
And Ian Happ takes downstairs. So the Cubs get 2 runs on the double from Suzuki, who lifts that one down the line, and now a man in scoring position for Ian.
Really surprised to see him throw that fastball to Say on that situation. You know, right down the middle. Sure it wasn't his intent. Normally what we see in this situation from a right-handed pitcher is a chase slider, but that's a fastball. So it doesn't really square it up.
And I think
Yeah.
if you look at the swing Say took, I think he's surprised by it too, because he's late and kind of blocking it down the line.
Yeah.
He's got splitter slider in the back of his head, it would seem.
Yes, absolutely.
Swing and a miss is Happ out in front of that one. Ian Happ, overall the OPS sitting right at 800, right where it is pretty much every year. That one in the dirt. He's been much better at home this year, and I guess relative to the last couple of seasons, home's been a little more favorable for the offense. Three and two, man at second, 1 away, 2-0 Cubs. Outside, ball 4.
Osmond wants a mulligan in the worst way. Coming off an outstanding start last time against the Yankees, he allowed just 1 run, a solo home run, the only hit he allowed in 7 innings. He threw a season high 105 pitches, and they need to have a little chat before this gets out of hand on him.
Yeah, it was Jason Dominguez got him for that home run. Again, the only run that he allowed. As Kirk goes out for that extended visit, and then Alejandro summoned back behind the plate by Lance Barrett. By the way, this is the first time Kevin Gausman has ever walked 3 in the first inning of a start.
Yeah. It's his first start here at Wrigley Field since 2021.
There's Matt Shaw, gets the start in right with Suzuki DHing. First and second, 1 out. And that one rides off the inside edge.
He's already matched his season high for walks in a game. 3 Brewers back in the 2nd week of April.
John Sciambi, Jim DeShays, and Elise Menaker here at Wrigley. As Shaw takes inside. And a 4-seamer moving off the inside edge. So now 2-0. This will be the 27th pitch of the inning.
Well, he's got to be frustrated. He's thrown a lot of pitches in this inning that a lot of guys are going to offer at, but the Cubs are doing a great job not chasing some of these borderline pitches.
First and second, and a 3-0. And that misses, and ball 4. How do you like that? A guy with a walk rate of 4.6%.
Yeah, and I go back to the first at bat of the game. He just tiptoed around PCA. Didn't want to challenge him, put him on. Pete swipes the bag, and I think he just set a real negative tone for Gausman. He wishes he could probably start this thing all over again.
And now it's Nico Hoerner. And there's a strike to Nico. See the numbers overall. You kind of cut his year in half. He got off to that sensational start. Last 38 games, he's hitting just 171. He has really been flummoxed by off-speed pitches. And just trying to get him to hit the ball hard on a line somewhere. 0-2 right here. Suzuki at third, Happ at second, Shaw at first. And only the second time that he's had as many as 4 walks in an inning. A 1-2 swing and a miss, and Hoerner is gone on strikes. Nico chasing the splitter. There's 2 away.
Indicative of a struggling hitter. Just it's bouncing around in front of home plate. Nico's so good at making contact. Hard to hit it on the bounce, though. Could not protect the wicket that time.
So bases loaded, 2 down, and Carson Kelly. 2-0 Cubs. Seiya Suzuki a 2-run double. High fly ball left field. That one is back on its way and out of here. Grand slam, Carson Kelly. 6-0 Cubs.
Cubs have been throwing up some crooked numbers here lately. That's home run number 4 for Carson. He went the longest time without going deep. In recent days, a couple of long ones, and this time with the bases loaded. How sweet it is. This home run replay is brought to you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. A little hanging slide ball. It's a hurting wind here today, but didn't hurt that one a whole lot. He crushed that ball.
Swing and a line drive, base hit in left field. Dansby Swanson. And the Cubs batting around as PCA will come up to hit. And good to see Dansby getting in on the act.
Well, we anticipated a pitcher's duel here today, but the Cubs hitters had something else in mind. Dansby, solid single to the left side.
First one to Pete misses. A walk, a stolen base, and a run scored for Crow Armstrong. So a good start. One and one. Gausman. There goes Swanson. And the pitch squirts away from Kirk. Dansby Swanson a stolen base. That's number 8.
I asked Craig Counsell earlier today about the running game, if he's happy with the stolen bases and whatnot. And he said, you know, the makeup of the team is a little bit different, and some of our speed guys haven't been getting on a whole lot lately. And we name checked Dansby and Nico. Dansby aboard, and he gets a bag.
Tapper back to the mound, through the legs of Gausman, barehanding Jimenez, safe at first. It's an infield single. The old 48.7 mile an hour rocket.
Things couldn't go any worse for Gausman. This has got some funky spin right through the 5-hole. Jimenez is a tremendous defender. This ball's got all kinds of funky spin, and he's got PCA going down the line, and that proved to be the difference. That's a heck of a play.
Braden Fisher is up in the pen, and a look from the drone. Jimenez just not able to get there in time to make it a play, as Pete Walker will head back to the dugout. And Braden Fisher is up and loosening. So here's Bregman now. First and third, 2 away. Cubs 6, Jays nothing. There goes the runner from first, and that one fouled back.
Gausman used a little bit of a quick step there. Give Perk a shot at throwing out PCA. All for naught as Bregman fouls it off.
Yeah, Gausman from the windup and the stretch goes with that "I've had too much coffee" routine with the front foot, right? Tap it, tap,
yeah.
tap, tap. Line drive, base hit, left field. Dansby is in. Bregman RBI single, and it's 7-0.
One in on Bregman. That's a pitch that he's always handled throughout his career. Fastball, middle in, up a little bit. Kind of his sweet spot.
So still 2 outs and 2 aboard for Michael Busch. And now Busch steps out as he asks for time.
Is it Nick Martinez? The other guy has the pumping front leg.
Yeah. He does. Mike Clevenger used to do that as well. Gausman ready, 2 on, 2 out, 1-1. Swing and a miss.
She had the little half swing slow roller that served as a bunt first time up. Gausman's executed well against Busch.
On the ground, right side, diving play, Guerrero. Throw to first and in time as Gausman got over. Cubs send 12 to the plate and score 7 times. It started with Seiya. Carson Kelly, a grand slam. They add 1 more, 7-zip into 1. Stairs, Elise Menaker.
Remember me? I'm here too. All right. Well, it was 27 minutes till Ben Brown last pitched that bottom of the first. That was 22 minutes. So when you have a half inning like that, you're like Ben Brown. You're trying to think, I got to stay loose. I got to stay warm. I'm coming back up. And oh my goodness, Carson Kelly hit a grand slam. But wait, there's still more. He has 4 batters to go still after that. And so he's stretching, he's watching the game, doing all the things to stay loose. And so as a pitcher, this is the point. You're just trying to stay sharp.
JD, it was about 51 minutes ago that we came on the air and I said, hi, everybody. John Sciambi, Jim DeShays, Elise Menaker will join us coming up. My intention was
that was an hour ago.
Yeah.
You thought maybe coming up relatively soon.
Right.
Elise is down there. Will this inning ever end?
Pinango pops that one up. Bush, the call, and the grab to the right of the pitcher's mound. Yohendrick Pinango, the former Cub farmhand, went over to the Jays in the Nate Pearson trade.
Well, Cubs had a lot of options on that pop-up. Everybody converging. Let the guy with the biggest glove catch it.
First one to Kirk is up and in.
Saw those numbers for Kirk, atypical. It's only 9 games. He can swing it. He's a really talented hitter.
And that one in there for a strike. And he's another guy who, when he's right, he'll deliver some slug. Kirk will, and there's a lot of contact.
Do you think they call him Captain Kirk?
I don't.
No, probably not, huh? Feel like they should.
The 1-1. In the air, center field, Pete Crow Armstrong. Time for Home Depot working on a win. How about lowest opponent slugging percentage this year, but the minimum at 60 innings. The Miz is best at 194, then Ben Brown, and then Shohei Ohtani. That's a good twosome to be sandwiched between.
Yeah, that gives you an idea how good Ben Brown has been. Doesn't have enough innings under his belt yet to be listed among the league leaders. Continuing to make a strong case to be a National League All-Star.
Ball to strike on Nathan Lucas. Lucas starting in center field. They're without Dalton Varsho, dealing with a wrist issue. He should be back soon.
Yeah, I read something there. He might be activated as soon as this weekend.
Yeah. It could be on the morrow. I'm watching a lot of PBS. 1-2. Up the middle, one hop flat down Dansby from the grass. He throws him out. Nice play by the Cubs shortstop. And the Gold Glover makes the play. 1-2-3 go the Jays. Bottom 2, Cubs 7, Blue Jays nothing. Says so right there. The marquee right here on Marquee. John Sciambi, Jim DeShays, and Elise Menaker. And the drone. We've got 2 of them. How many you got? Seiya pops this one up. Left side. Jimenez shading his eyes and watches that drift out of play.
You know, last time Seiya was up there, he had a double up against the wall there in right field. It's brought to you by Elgin Hyundai, home of the 20-year and 200,000-mile warranty on every new car. A couple of walks to start the inning. Seiya hits that double. Cubs have 2 runs, and they're off and running.
That one misses to Suzuki.
Gosman's mission now just to hang in there, give the Jays as many innings as possible before they have to go to that bullpen. The starter, Savage, yesterday took it into the 8th inning in Boston, so the bullpen's in pretty good shape. But you'd rather not have to cover 8 innings. That man right there, John Schneider.
Yeah, they did the game before, though, because Scherzer went on the IL. They had to go more of a bullpen-y game,
yeah.
right?
That was Woods Richardson, right?
Yeah.
Did the heavy lifting in that game.
So Max is on the shelf. Swing and a miss. 3-2. You know that machine Traject that the Cubs have and a lot of the teams have? It's basically a pitching machine for the hitters to practice on.
Yeah.
But it's got a video component, and you basically are facing Kevin Gausman. Line drive, base hit, left field. Today the Cubs are enjoying facing Kevin Gausman. Well, the ball will come out with the same characteristics in terms of spin rate. It comes from the same slot. So if he's throwing 94 at X spin rate, or the splitter with very low spin rate, it's a pretty cool device and super expensive. One of the things that I've wanted to see, that I really was hoping, is to hear that Shohei Ohtani would climb in against himself.
Ah, yeah.
Swing and a miss from Happ. There's a point here. I'll land the plane.
Yeah.
Max Scherzer did it. Max Scherzer, I talked to him last year at the World Series, and he stood in against himself.
How'd he do?
Well, he said he didn't do well, I don't believe, but he said, yeah, it's tough that my stuff kind of hops and it's sort of violent at the end. And you're just sort of looking at him like, yeah, Max, your stuff hops.
Yeah, you got pretty good stuff. Stick around, you got a chance to put a
but I love that he was curious. So what does it look like?
Yeah, well, like guys when they play computer games or the video games, right? They'll put themselves in the lineup.
Yeah. I wonder if any of the Cubs guys, just for fun, have stood in just to try and gain insight.
Yeah. It might give you confidence. Man, I'm nasty. I'm tough to hit.
Yeah. Two balls and a strike. Man at first. Cubs up 7-zip. And Happ fouls it back. Happ, a walk and a run scored his first time. He's got Suzuki at first and nobody out. And that's too high and outside. Braden Fisher continues to get loose. Happ taps it foul.
Yeah, that's the challenge for John Schneider now. I mean, he'd love to get some length out of Gausman here today and save his bullpen, but also doesn't want his guy to get abused. Thanks for leaving me out there, Skip, to absorb that 11-run pounding.
3-2. Swing and a miss, and Gausman gets him. It's time now for the Old Spice Fresh stats. Fresh. Most starts since 2021. Only Dylan Cease has started more times than Kevin Gausman. Logan Webb behind him, and Patrick Corbin was tomorrow's starter. So the Jays, they got some horses. Shaw hits that to center. That one falling, and a dive and a catch made out there in center field by Lucas. And they will not look at it.
Just got a real nice break on this ball, and at some point you have to make up your mind. Am I going to lay out for it or play it on a hop? He chose option A and made a heck of a catch.
JD, do you have a time in your mind when you were getting your butt kicked and they left you out there and you were grumpy that they left you out there?
A couple of things come to mind. One, when I was pitching for the Twins, and I wasn't really grumpy that they left me out there. I knew they kind of had to. I'm going to wait for this action pitch.
So
what happened? I think Scott Erickson was scheduled to pitch, and he was sick or couldn't go. So I went into Tom Kelly's office. And my day was the next day, and I said, "TK, I'll pitch." I wanted to be a hero. It was against the A's in the Metrodome, and because we were short on pitching, he had to leave, and I got hammered. I ended up giving up like 11 runs. Yeah. So that was way to be a hero. Way to step up. And then the other time, it was a desperate time in my career. It was at the end of my career, and I was back in AAA just trying to hang on. And every time I had a good game going, if I start to get into trouble, I kind of look towards the deck. Come and get me, because the numbers are going to be good right now. But if you leave me in here, they might not be as good. Thinking that I could ERA my way back to the big leagues, and that doesn't get it done. The scouts got to see the stuff.
That is line left field. It'll touch down. And that one will disappear into the ivy. And Suzuki will be forced to return to third on a ground rule double. Nico Hoerner, that's good to see.
Yeah, one of the better swings we've seen Nico get off here lately. Pulling the ball with authority in the air. That's what he was doing early in the season, a whole bunch of that. Mango sees the ball disappear, throws up the arms.
By the way, your career high for runs allowed was 9.
Yeah.
April 10th, 1994 for the Twins.
Against the A's, right?
Yeah. Yes, against the A's. That was the game.
Yeah, because the next day I was scheduled to pitch in Seattle. So, pick your poison against those two lineups. Seattle and the Kingdome. Yeah, I can go a day short.
You try to do something nice for the people.
Yeah.
Second and third, 2 outs. And a 2-0. And that's in there for a strike.
I will say Tom Kelly appreciated it, because years later, in Houston when I was broadcasting, and the Twins came to town, TK, we were in the dugout talking. He was telling everybody about that day that, I tried to bail him out.
And that's the stuff, though, right? I mean, I know we like to play and have fun, but look, you're trying to be
team guy.
Yeah. Gausman already at 66 pitches. And Kelly swings over top of that one. Suzuki at third, Hoerner at second, 2 down, 3-2. And a swing and a miss struck him out. And the Cubs leave a couple. End of 2 here at Wrigley. It's 7-6.
Game there was a roster move, and Moises Ballesteros was optioned to AAA, and Justin Dean was recalled. So when Craig Counsell was talking about this before the game, he was saying overall there's just not enough consistent playing time right now for Moises. There's a couple points to that. He wasn't swinging the bat well enough to kind of earn those DH ABs, and he was catching well enough to where they would like him to get some consistent catching time in AAA. And so this is a situation where Moises was having to adjust back to the league and wasn't making those adjustments as quickly. And so I even talked to him about this a few days ago. And he was talking about how he was needing to stay time for the fastball. And he had to eliminate the high pitch because Craig was talking about how he was chasing that pitch. And also it was the first time in his career that he was really facing pressure. So dealing with all of that as a young player. Then on the flip side, you bring up a player like Dean. You get a line drive, fly to Pete. Does he got it? Yes, he does. And Justin Dean, who really doesn't have a ton of service time, is really up here just going to be a runner and possibly play some defense. So Craig was very honest about that, and I talked to Dean about it, and he said, look, up here I want to do what I do well. So he knows his role, and he just wants to be able to do it.
Yeah, and it's fairly typical, right, for a young player to find a little success, then struggle, have to go back to the minor leagues. A little bit of a mental reset, because when you're struggling at this level, all of a sudden you feel like you're underwater. And a chance for Ballesteros to go down out of the pressure cooker a little bit. Perhaps make some mechanical adjustments. We'll see. Just try to get his stroke back, regain some confidence.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but I just.
Pitch is called a strike. The batter is challenging.
Davis Schneider will challenge the call by Lance Barrett. ABS challenge, and it's a ball.
The call is overturned. Toronto has 2 remaining.
Good challenge and a great mustache for Schneider.
Yeah. Popped up right side. Bush and Horner. Michael Bush waving his arms and makes the catch.
It's a sign of a lively fastball when you get a bunch of lazy fly balls and pop-ups, and that's been the order of the day here for Ben Brown. The Cubs are just crushing the Blue Jays in time of possession. We've got 8 outs in about 5 total minutes, and the Cubs have hit for about an hour.
No doubt. Here's Andres Jimenez now, 2 away.
You were saying about Ballesteros.
I feel confident he's going to hit. I mean, he's 22. The story is yet to be written.
Yeah.
Of what his career looks like, but I just feel as though too many people have projected that he will hit. He has hit at the professional level. Yeah. We've seen him hit at this level.
He's hit above his age, coming through the minor leagues, right. One of the younger guys. And
line drive, fair ball that'll get into the right field corner. Shaw will dig it out. Jimenez will cruise into second. First hit of the game for the Jays.
And it comes from the 9-hole hitter. Jimenez, a great glove man, and this time it's the bat that does the work. Shaw hustles it back in. Jimenez was more than content to stop at second base anyway with 2 outs. Down 7, not going to take any chances on the bases. I will say this regarding Moises, or any hitter for that matter. You get to the big leagues, the scouting is much better. They learn about you, and they know how to exploit your weaknesses. So, that's where that adjustment has to come.
Yeah, it all happens faster, right? More quickly. They
Yes.
make the adjustment to you and take the information at a speed that is faster than what happens in the minor leagues.
They get all the data. They watch you play for a week, and then next thing you know, they're throwing you fastballs at the letters and breaking balls. Whatever it is, whatever your hole is.
Line drive out into left center, and Jimenez around third and in to score. And the Jays are on the board at 7-1 as George Springer knocks in a run with a single.
Well, after 2 quick outs, double in the corner now, solid single from Springer. They're trying to throw that fastball in on his hands, and he kind of climbs the ladder himself to get behind that one, squared up.
First one inside to Guerrero. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. popped to short, or lined softly to short his first time. Check swing and a called strike. Do you remember going to Montreal and seeing little Vladdy?
I don't.
Okay. I think doing the Marlins, and we were in the East, so I feel like we saw him a ton. And he could swing it even as a little boy. Ben Brown allows the run. It is 7-1. Folks, live odds brought to you by Bet365, where winning is everything. And up on the big screen, they just showed the United States taking the lead on Australia.
It was an own goal.
It was an own goal.
Man, that guy's not going to sleep tonight. Here comes Braden Fisher. Short afternoon for the veteran Kevin Gausman. It'll be the bullpen the rest of the way. He likes to spin at this fella. A lot of curveballs, a lot of sliders. And he's been solid. 37 appearances, 3.26 the ERA, bunch of strikeouts.
It's interesting. The Jays pitching has actually been better than it was last year, at least from an ERA standpoint. They're 13th in the majors in overall ERA. They were 19th last year. They don't catch it quite as well. That one misses, and the count 2-1. Yeah, they've got, I mean, a slew of guys that have been used a ton.
That's a lot, even with the exchange rate.
Yeah, no question. Slew.
It's a funky delivery, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Flies open, but able to stay on line anyway.
And now time call.
There you go, watch. He steps towards the first base side with that front leg. Normally they don't teach that. It works for this guy. Time now for the Motorola Razor replay. Dansby going deep the other day. Got a fastball down a little bit, in a little bit. Crunched it. Home run number 8 for Dansby.
Out to short, Jimenez.
Here's the random note of the day.
Go.
Last year, this fellow Braden Fisher did not surrender a single run in his 27 road appearances. 28 2/3 scoreless on the road. The longest such streak in Major League Baseball history.
There's a random note. In the air, shallow out towards left center, and it finds space. PCA is aboard.
Oh, when you're hot, you're hot. Been doing all kinds of damage, slugging the ball today. A couple of knocks on a funky gyro ground ball to short, and now a little looper. They're in the no man's land.
And now it's Alex Bregman to the plate. So, the Crow Armstrong on base. Bregman has walked and knocked in a run with a single.
Stolen base opportunity again here for PCA. It looks like it takes Fisher a while to get the ball to home plate, and spinning it as much as he does. Probably get a breaking ball. Maybe not here on 2-0.
Yeah, that's in there. One out with PCA at first. Bregman back in. Fisher fires. Line drive caught. Jimenez throws back to first. Pick. Safe.
PCA actually took a step or two in the wrong direction, but able to slam on the brakes quickly enough and scramble back to beat the wrap on that potential double play.
So 2 down, and it'll bring up Michael Busch as the Cubs lead this one 7-1. And that one misses. Michael Busch has grounded to third and grounded to first. And Fisher missing there.
Yeah, he loves his breaking stuff. He's not going to give in with a heater there. Try to land that 2-0 curveball. I'll get a heater here, Bushy. Go ahead. Go ahead. Get greedy.
Yeah, that's it for a strike.
Slider, yeah. You're not going to. Who am I kidding? Not going to get a fastball? No such thing.
It's the way of the world in MLB in 2026, right?
2 fastballs of the 17 pitches Fisher has thrown.
And Busch will take his base. You know, we talk about Michael Busch, and you go back to last year and you look at a comp with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Basically the same amount of games. Busch has hit 15 more homers. The on base, he's a smidge short, but his wins above replacement are higher, and you're talking about a weighted runs created plus that's better.
I think his agent's going to be on the phone with Jed saying, hey, you know, that Guerrero fellow's making a lot of jingle.
500 million.
How about my guy?
Yeah. It would have been nice for Vladdy to go over and just like stand with Bushy just so we could have.
Yeah. Do a little split screen.
That's right. Popped up. And Jimenez shading his eyes. Runners on the move, and Jimenez able to make the catch. Cubs don't score. End of 3, and it is 7-1.
Shortly, but 7-1 Cubs here as we start the top of the 4th. I know people, they set their DVRs to catch mound ball on the daily.
I love that. Those of you that were hoping to see mound ball.
Yeah. Well, I don't want people to be disappointed and feel like they missed it.
On the ground, Swanson picks it up and throws him out. All right, everybody, it's time to play mound ball. It's presented by Tasty Trade. If the ball stayed on the mound, Cubs season ticket holder Debbie Cole would have won the $1,000 Tasty Trade jackpot. Tasty Trade, stocks, options, futures, crypto. Lance.
Oh, Debbie. Oh, man. The agony of defeat.
Man.
I mean, he walked it out there. He really did give it his honest.
I know he did.
Best shot.
Carson Kelly doing the catching here today as the Cubs jumped out with 7 in the first. Ow. And that's pop foul to get out of play. Foul back. Binyongo. Cubs signed Yohendrick in 2018 out of Venezuela, gave him $400,000, and he went over to the Jays in the Nate Pearson trade in July of 24.
His minor league career, 265 lifetime average. With a little bit of slug, he hit 15 home runs in the minor leagues last year. Ooh, that's nasty.
Swing and a miss. Binyongo down on strikes, and there's 2 away.
Dangerous curves ahead indeed. Uncle Charlie pays a visit. Uncle Charlie's like he's the mean uncle.
Yeah, he is. There's Captain Kirk.
Right, you got to give him a C if you're the clubby for the Jays. Just slap the C on that jersey.
Swing and a miss.
Back-to-back curveballs, and look at the numbers on this. The batting average against that pitch, 119, third best in MLB. They don't slug, but the lowest slugging percentage. And a ton of swing and miss, and there's 3 in a row.
Yep.
Right on cue.
Ben Brown, razor sharp here today as the Cubs have the lead. It is 7-1. We're midway in the 4th.
League baseball tonight on Marquee as the Iowa Cubs take on the Indianapolis Indians. Coverage begins at 7. Fresh arm out of the bullpen for the Jays is right-hander Tommy Nance, the former Cub. He's pitched 25 times this year, 24 2/3 and a 4.38 ERA through 14 pitches in an outing in Boston yesterday. Pitching change is brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time.
Love seeing Tommy Nance. Our old buddy.
Like Fisher likes to spin it as well. Good sharp curveball there. Curves, sliders, and sinkers from Nance.
So Ian Happ 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. All Cubs here 7-1. We're at the bottom of the fourth. Boog, JD, and Elise. Tommy Nance. And that's served towards the right field corner. Curling. Foul. Happ with 16 homers to lead the team. Remember when Tommy was with the Cubs? We get a chance to connect with his dad, Mark, who has since passed from ALS. But Tommy moved on from the Cubs. Mark would still watch us, JD.
You got locked in, huh?
Yeah, we'd watch Tommy's games, but Tommy wasn't playing. I think at the time he might have been with the Padres, but he clicked in on the Cubs. 3-2. Here comes. Out towards left center. Lucas onto the track, and he's got it.
Well, perhaps a home run on another day. $100 miles an hour off the bat in that direction.
Yeah, it's funny because Carson hits that grand slam, and I mean it's a hurt and win.
Yeah,
and he hit it out sort of in between the 0 and the 5, right?
Yeah, and I think it was actually blown a little harder earlier too,
right,
when he hit that home run.
There it is. Canadian flag, the American flag, and one of my all-time favorite Canadians just to our left, one of your doppelgangers.
Yeah, Dan Schulman next door doing Jay's television.
That's a great shot. There he is on the right, along with Joe Siddall. Say hello to America, Schlu. One of the great broadcasters. That one lifted left field. It's back and caught. Ooh, he just missed it.
Matt Shaw getting an opportunity to play some right field with Suzuki still dealing with that knee issue. Went down and got this inside curveball and lifted it almost into the basket. Would have been home run number 4 for Matt, but he's been swinging the bat well here lately.
And he gives that positional versatility. Go a double his last time up. Cubs lead 7-1. On the ground to third. Okamoto handles it. Nico retired, and the Cubs are gone in their half of the fourth. On camera, powered by Nissan. Visit nissanusa.com or your local dealer. Hey, everybody.
Hey, look up. Hey,
look
you
up.
kids. Look at the big screen.
Look at you.
You're on the big screen, kids. And they're too focused on playing in the water. There
yes. You go. You're a TV star.
Yeah, well, that guy's going tarps off.
Tarps off.
Don't drink that water, young lady. That's not good. They're having a ball out there in Gallagher Way.
Yeah, it's a good time.
We used to run under the sprinkler.
Sure.
Yeah, right. Remember that?
Absolutely. Line drive, left center field. Pete Crow Armstrong can't get it. And that one sizzles past him. Lucas into second, and he's got a double.
And Lucas has been swinging a hot bat here for an extended period of time, and you just said something we rarely hear. Pete Crow Armstrong can't get it. He gets just about everything. Sells out, tries to make the diving catch, comes up just a little bit short. A good hustle by Ian Happ over there to back up. Keep Lucas at 2.
That's to third, and Bregman.
We invited passionate soccer fans to push Nissan vehicles to the limit, just like they do with their teams. Hurry in to the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Now get 2,000 customer cash on Kicks SR.
One down, and it's Davis Schneider. Challenge from Carson Kelly.
Pitch was called a ball. The catcher's challenging.
ABS challenge, and it's a
The
ball.
call is confirmed. Chicago has 1 challenge remaining.
A rare miss from Carson Kelly, who's been so good at these challenges. He's off by 1/10 of an inch.
Swing and a miss from Schneider.
Three strikeouts for Brown here this afternoon. They've all come on that curveball.
Fly ball out towards left center.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Cubs strongly encourage the use of all public transportation, especially CTA buses and trains when traveling to Wrigley Field. For all games, the Cubs offer free bike valet service located by the Addison Red Line station. For details, visit cubs.com/transportation.
Pitch in for a strike to Jimenez. I love the transportation music.
Yeah, I want to make that my ringtone.
Yes.
Good heater up, boy. That's the challenge when you face Ben. You're thinking about that curveball, and then he comes with 97-mile-an-hour cheese at the letters.
The 0-2. Left field, Ian Happ waits and squeezes it. Yes. Take public transportation, listen to the music. 7-1. We're midway in the 5th. Seven to 1 as we go bottom 5. And Tommy Nance back at it for the Jays.
How far did it fly? Brought to you by American Airlines. We're talking about the grand slam hit by Carson Kelly in the first. A little spinning slider inner half and jumped all over it. 428 feet. Score your next flight at AA.com. Last three Cubs first inning grand slams, all catchers. How about that?
That sense of theme. It's dribbled to short. Jimenez throws out Carson Kelly.
You do not want to pitch to a catcher with the bases loaded in the first. P.J. Higgins has resurfaced in the big leagues.
See the Reds?
Cincinnati Ball Club.
Yeah.
Yan Gomes has resurfaced at Disney World.
That's right.
A photo of he and Drew Smiley hanging out at Disney World together.
Well, out, bases empty. Swanson 1 for 2 with a single. Big rip at it, 2-2.
Yeah, I got a little mistake slider in the inner half. Got after it, just didn't get it.
Two on the ground to third. Knocked down. Okamoto safe at first. He was kind of flat-footed, didn't field it cleanly, and then it looked to roll between his legs. It'll go E5.
Yeah, he just didn't charge it, just waited back on it. Had to hold his ground and clanked it. And when you wait on it and then boot it, you just don't have time to recover.
John Schneider out of the dugout. They had Brendan Little up. We get a pitching change brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. By Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. By Prevagen, made for the brain. And by Wintrust, different approach, better results.
Don't wait. Backed by popular demand, Wrigley Field experiences are still available on August 14th and September 12th. VIP packages include game tickets, a pregame reception, a tour, and a meet and greet with a current Cub player. Learn more at Cubs.com/Wrigley Field Experience.
Nico Armstrong here.
Pitch is called a ball. The catcher is challenging.
Pitch called the ball. Alejandro Kirk challenges. That's a strike.
The call is overturned. Toronto has 2 remaining.
This is pitcher number 4 for the Jays. We're only in the 5th inning, and this is PCA's 4th plate appearance already. Another guy has good breaking stuff, struggles with command. Just recently, just today, called up from AAA. 5 appearances earlier this year. Another former Cub.
Yep. He's a Cubs first rounder in 2017. There goes Dansby.
Man, what a jump. Third stolen base for the Cubs this afternoon. Number 2 for Dansby, anticipating first move, and he went well ahead of it.
Downstairs, and Elise Menaker.
What we just saw from Pete is the reason that Jed Hoyer the other day was talking about Pete's game just being more sustainable even than what we were seeing last year, just because, you know, we talk about the mechanical changes, but say in these cases that chase rate is down, so he's walking more, so you're maybe even getting a better version of Pete. And then Craig Counsell hitting on that fact, the plate discipline, but also the power. You know, that's what's going to create runs as much as anything, which is, of course, you know, how you want to score. You get guys on, and if you got someone like Pete who can knock them in, then it's good things all around. And Pete himself saying, I asked him after the game the other day, he doesn't want to get too comfortable though with how he's been hitting. You know, it's been about a month of a good stretch or so, but there's still a lot of good baseball left to be played. So a younger player still just not wanting to settle and get too comfortable and knows what's in the tank.
That one sliced right field, and a catch made by Sanchez, tagging his Swanson, and he'll move up the 90 feet.
Sanchez having some fun with the fans out there in right field. Fun might not be the right way to describe it. Some engagement.
Like the way you and I engage?
Yeah, I think they're giving him the business out there.
They're giving him the business.
Back.
JD, what do you make of the fact that PCA's on base percentage this year against lefties is .375, and that overall he's done such good work against lefties?
Yeah, I don't know, but we're going to have to dig in on it. I mean, a couple walks here today. Is the walk rate against lefties appreciably higher than in the past? Probably.
Fly ball down the left side, and that'll move off out of play.
You know, normally when you think about a left-handed hitter who hits for a high average against left-handed pitching, you would anticipate a spray chart where there's a lot of balls to the left side. Staying close, not trying to overswing, shooting the ball the other way. But I don't really think we've seen a lot of that from PCA. I think it's just, you know, his ability to hang in there, not pull off, and get the head out in front of some of the breaking balls that he sees from left-handed pitching.
In the dirt, stopped by Kirk. First and third, 2 outs. The Cubs used 7 runs in the first inning.
Well, Coop just got in my ear and said his walk rate is up a good bit against lefties this year versus the last couple.
PCA takes off, and he steals second. By the way, from our friend Ed Harding, with today's 7-run first inning, the Cubs have recorded 7 runs in back-to-back games for the first time, or 7-run innings in back-to-back games for the first time since '01, when they did it July 4th and 5th. The Mets and the Tigers, and the first time at Wrigley since 1984.
Well, you throw a 7 spot on the board in the first inning with Ben Brown on the mound, you're feeling awfully good.
No doubt.
He's held up his end of the bargain.
We're in the last of the 5th, 7-1. With runners at second and third. Cubs on top. Check swing. Did not go.
And if you're, not watching this ball game, but you happen to see the score, show up on your phone or whoever, a little crawl on the television. It's one of those days at Wrigley with the wind blowing out. Like 7 runs in the first, but that's not the case. Not a great hitting environment here today.
It's a really nice day, though.
Beautiful day.
Yeah. Back to the mound. And Little handles the chance. Bush is out, and the Cubs leave 2.
$200,000. Fans in Illinois can purchase tickets at Cubs.com/raffle or from a raffle ambassador at Wrigley Field through the 8th inning of each game, and now through the end of Sunday's game against these Blue Jays. So it's going to be a big jackpot coming somebody's way when this is all said and done. Well, Ben Brown does a lot of things really well, including not allowing home runs. He's allowed 1 all year, came in his first outing, so currently a 66 2/3 innings streak without surrendering a home run. That's tops in all the land.
All right, JD, get a load of this. Check out George Springer at the plate. Here's my nugget for you. You ready?
Yep.
He's got the green batting gloves. You notice them?
Yeah.
And then he's got green spikes.
Yep.
See those?
I do, now that you mention it.
Yep. You know why he does that?
To match the green patch on his sleeve.
Nope.
Big fan of the Green Hornet.
You're getting close. George Springer is a huge hockey fan, and he grew up in Connecticut, and he wears the green as an ode to the Hartford Whalers.
Wow.
See that? 860.
What's 860 mean?
Well, that's Connecticut area.
That's the area code.
Yeah. Yeah, Carolina just won the Cup. That's technically the.
That's who they became, who Hartford became.
Fly ball left field, hat back some more, and it's gone. See, like, I'm fine doing the nugget on the Hartford Whalers, but if he's going to hit the homer, we're not doing that again.
Yeah. And if you want to throw the announcer jinx at me, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll take it. I'll wear that one.
We're just showing you the facts, folks.
Yeah.
So that's the first home run he's allowed since his first assignment of the season. Springer gets on the breaking pitch. Been a real good weapon for Ben here today. This time, Springer perhaps sitting on it.
Popped up. And Shaw calls off Horner. It is a rough sky today. You can just tell the way guys reacting on pop-ups.
That's kind of been the theme, right? A lot of balls in the air today off Ben. Most of them without a whole lot of oomph in them.
By the way, JD, you know, that was George Springer's 301st career homer. It's the first time he'd ever homered against Cubs. Surprises me.
Yeah, a little bit.
Now bases empty here in the top of the 6th. The Cubs leading at 7-2. Sanchez comes up empty. It's a strikeout, and there's 2 away.
Tuesday, June 30th is Michigan State University night at the ballpark. Fans who purchase tickets through Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition New Era Cubs and Michigan State cap. George Springer might want one of those. Nice green.
Yohendrick Pinango 0 for 2. He's popped out and he is struck out. Ben Brown
pitch count's in good shape. That's pitch number 70.
He's done good work in terms of not spraying it all over the place the way he did, I feel like, the first couple of years of his career, where you just see him throw a whole mess of non-competitive pitches. And just gotten a lot better. Left field, Happ makes the catch. And Pinango retired. Seiya Suzuki will come up to hit. He's already got a 2-run double in this one. Go Cubs baseball is brought to you by Motorola. As we go to the bottom of the 6th. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. out of the game. Charles McAdoo will take over at first base. First one to Seiya misses outside.
See if we see anything with Guerrero in his last at bat. And big swing. Oh yeah, some low back. Biting him a little bit.
So John Schneider taking his star out of the game. Two and one. Say a couple of hits, knocked in the first 2 runs of the game with a double. That was down the right field line.
Ugly finder.
That is legit what you guys would yell in the dugout, right?
Yeah. And then it would just get abbreviated to finder. Hey Cub fans, a new arrival has just dropped in the Blues Alt Collection. Shop the latest at ivyshop.com or the Cub store at Gallagher Way. All the cool kids are wearing them.
I love the Ivy Shop. They got cool stuff. Suzuki aboard. And a swing and a miss from Ian Happ, who turns around to hit right-handed.
That is the 7th walk taken by the Cubs here this afternoon. That's been a big part of the story. They drew 4 walks in the first off Kevin Gausman, and all 4 of those came around to score in that 7-run first.
The Jays entered the day kind of middle of the packish as far as overall walk rate. Tied for 13th lowest. That'll scoot up the middle and get through for a base hit. Ian Happ with his first knock of the day, and they're at first and second, and nobody out.
Here comes the commanding 5-run lead, but looking for a little knockout punch here if they can play add-on. Big opportunity now for Matt Shaw.
First and second, nobody out. Little.
Good swing. Shot just missed hitting a home run last time. Up deep drive to left. He stayed in the ballpark. Got after this one. Just underneath it a little bit.
That is in there, and Shaw's gone.
Frustrating. You just miss one, and then you punch out.
One out, two aboard. Here comes Nico. And Horner with a double sandwich between a strikeout and a ground out to third.
What's that thing? The little Jack Horner sat in the corner, right? That's the nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a little Horner matchup here, so let me think of that. Maybe he'll jack one.
Hey. Line drive, short hop, eats up Schneider, and everybody's going to be safe. See how they scored that. It was hit pretty hard. It'll be a base hit.
Deemed too hot to handle. Trying to make a pick on the backhand side. Setting himself up to make that flip to second base to start the double play, but he never was able to control the baseball. And Kelly with another shot with the bases loaded.
Just tell yourself it's the first inning. Suzuki is at third, Happ at second, Horner at first, one out.
McAdoo in on the grass at first. Everybody else pulled in about halfway.
One and two. JD, if you're asking yourself who's the last player,
yeah, I'm wondering
with two grand slams in a game, it was Josh Willingham. It was 2009.
Marlins?
I think it was with the Nats.
Nats then, yeah.
Wrong. It was with the Nats. One of the really fun things with Josh Willingham is because of his name, sometimes his nickname was Willie and sometimes it was Hammer.
Options. It's good to have options, yeah. What about Joshy? J-Dub.
Kelly back in. Little 2-2. That's low. All loaded up with one out. And here comes the crowd. Kelly waits. 3-2. And a good eye and a run comes in, and it is now 8-2.
Situation there where it'd be easy to be super aggressive, anxious. You know, I got the bases loaded for a second time. You've already hit a grand slam, but Carson Kelly able to show great discipline, work the walk. Here it is, pitch by pitch. A lot of breaking stuff from Little. Had a breaking ball to hit there over the top of it. Nasty one down. So he's down on the count. He hangs in there, doesn't chase. He just kept showing him that breaking ball. The more you see, the easier it is to lay off. So never really changed the eye level. And it's an insurance run, and those are brought to you by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and people strategy partner.
It's a pitching change. John Schneider is out of the dugout, and he's onto the mound. Pitching change brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. (8-2), and it's a great day to run into a fountain, whether you're human or four-legged variety. Here's Spencer Miles. Bases are loaded.
Let's see, Miles, his specialty is getting that ground ball rate over 55%. You see it there at the bottom of the graphic. 46 1/3 innings worth of 3.30 ERA. League bats 199 against him. This is the first year in the big leagues. Lively arm, a two-seamer at 97.
Now Swanson will step out. Dansby, a single, a steal, and a run scored in that 7-run first inning. He's grounded out, and he's reached on an error and stolen another base. Wouldn't bite there. Now 2-2. Miles deals. And now no place to put Dansby Swanson. Crowd on its feet. Packed house here today. 3-2. And a challenge from Kirk.
Certainly understandable given what's at stake here for Kirk to challenge this one. Fastball up and out.
The call is confirmed. Toronto has one challenge remaining.
So Dansby Swanson, the bases loaded, walk to make it 9-2.
That is the 9th walk issued by Jays pitching here today.
And now it's PCA. Fouled off.
Yeah.
That got a piece of Kirk.
Good rep. Looking to light this place up. Everybody on their feet. Looking for the big swing from PCA. He's homered in 3 consecutive games. Got 8 home runs here in the month of June. Tied for the most in MLB. That time just a little bit late getting that front foot down.
And Lance Barrett asking for a couple extra baseballs, and now John Schneider will come out with the trainer. Let's see if Kirk is all right.
You know, when Kirk gets off the team bus, you know what position he plays. And there's no doubt about it.
Yep.
He's got catcher written all over him.
And they chant for Pete. Fouled that off his foot.
And he is locked in. Michael Lorenz, and boom. Next day, fastball in. Feltner. Then the lefty. Doesn't matter. Off the goalpost. You like my sound effect?
I did very much. You're known to add a sound effect or two.
Yeah.
Always enjoy it.
Always wanted to be a Foley artist.
A what?
Isn't that what they call the guys? They make noises for soundtracks and such movies. A Foley artist, I believe.
Okay.
Like if Pete gets into one here, you can go crack.
Line drive, bam, into right field. And that'll score a run, and PCA stays smoking hot.
Man, pow. Kaboom. Third hit of the day for PCA to go along with a couple of walks. Been on base 5 times in 5 tries. Good breaking ball down. Didn't matter. He went and got it. First 2 hits were softies. This is a good solid line drive single. He was player of the week last week. It could be well on his way to another one here.
And then he could be player of the month.
Yeah. Definitely player of the half month.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Bregman pushes a foul.
Could be the player of the fortnight.
One and 2 now. Bregman has walked, knocked in a run with a single, lined to short, and flied to right. Still loaded. It's 10-2. That's to third. Okamoto to second for 1. Return to first. Gets away from McAdoo as the run comes in. And it's 11-2.
Bregman was going to beat this anyway, so nothing gained by the mishandle by McAdoo. An RBI, fielder's choice.
Ball to strike to Bush.
Kirk trying to steal that one, but clearly high. Starting to feel like a position player pitching day for Toronto. Or Toronto, if you will.
Toronto.
Cubs batting around here in the sixth. They said 12 to the plate in the first.
(3-1). Up the middle. Jimenez to a knee to field. Throws to first. Bush is out. And the Cubs are done in their half of the sixth, but they score 4 more and lead it 11-2.
Cub fans, visit Cubs Trending inside the Marquee Sports app for all the top highlights, interviews, and must-watch moments all season long. Presented by Jeff Vukovich, your local nationwide insurance agent. Visit jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side.
Ethan Roberts will take over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sound like Peter Brady over there.
When it's time to change. There's a new center fielder as well, JD.
Yeah, there is. The Cub debut. There's speedy Justin Dean. The job never ends for the manager, even in a blowout game. You think, all right, who do I need to get off their feet?
Yep.
Could use a little time in the field, maybe getting that bat.
Fly ball left center field. Hat.
This quality start is brought to you by National Car Rental. Speed, control, winning confidence. And Ben Brown just continues to roll along. 6 innings, a 4-hit ball today. Allowed 2 runs. Struck out 4, did not walk a man. Very efficient, 72 pitches. That's 12 per inning. A lot of guys target that, but rarely do you see that.
There's Nathan Lucas.
In the last couple of starts prior to today for Ben, he didn't throw a ton of first pitch strikes, but I think he got the jump on a lot of these Jays hitters here today.
On the ground, Bregman gobbles it up. Lucas is out, 2 away.
Yeah, we were joking earlier about time of possession, and Coop ran the numbers. Coming into this inning, the Jays hitters had been up for 26 minutes. The Cubs hitters had batted for 77 minutes.
How about that?
Yeah. Cubs spending a lot more time in the red zone, too. Cubs have gone down in order just once here this afternoon.
JD, you see you singing the
Yeah,
7th
Cole
inning
Wright
stretch?
and Cliffy are here. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, baby. No wonder we scored 11 runs.
Okamoto 0 for 2.
Great numbers throughout his time in Japan, and he's put up solid numbers this year. 15 home runs. He does strike out a bunch.
Yeah, about 33% of the time. But he's got power. Yeah. TOP. Roberts gets the strikeout. And we're singing. 7th inning stretch brought to you by Budweiser for 150 years. This Bud's for you. Cole Wright and Cliff Floyd about to dazzle.
Take me out to the ball game. Marquee Sports Network studio hosts Cole Wright and analyst and former Cub Cliff Floyd.
Cubs fans, what's the word? 11 runs, looks like a nice, comfortable lead. Let's keep on pushing. You guys ready to sing it? Let's do it. All right, a 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't care if I never get back. So it's root for the. They don't win, it's a shame. Score is 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Hey, let's get this done. We'll see you on post game, third base line.
The Cubs will come up to hit as they will face the new pitcher, Tyler Rogers. Seiya Suzuki stands in. And Rogers with his heater at 83 miles an hour. And there he is, a 180 earned run average.
Remember the old bit on Monty Python's Flying Circus? Familiar with their work?
Yeah.
And they did that bit. Now for something completely different. That's what you get with Tyler Rogers.
That's what you get with Tyler Rogers.
What is he doing?
Well, we had his twin brother Taylor last year for a time. And there is a Trevor Rogers, no relation.
Yeah. I saw a note on him the other day. Something to the effect of, despite the fact that he only throws 83 miles per hour, he gets the highest percentage of late swings on his fastball of anybody in the game. Guys are trying to sort it out. All of a sudden you got a guy out there throwing underhand basically.
Yep. Knuckles are scraping the ground.
I mean, the fact that he can throw at 84 miles per hour from down there is pretty amazing.
Up the middle and a base hit, and Ian Happ with the knock.
So imagine you've been hitting against conventional pitching all day, and then you've got this coming at you. Really different angle of attack. Like this one was good. It was.
That's in there for a strike. Yeah, the other guy that's on the list of late swings generated is Brent Suter. He's got some funk to him.
Yeah. But again, not a hard thrower.
Right. That's in there as it squirts away from Kirk. On the ground, Schneider knocks it down. Everybody's safe.
A couple of plays that Schneider could have made. I don't know that you would argue he should have made. The first one was off the bat of Nico's ruled a base hit.
Yeah, that's fielder's choice E4. Yeah, I mean, I think here he's got to get an out at second. He's got to field it cleanly and get an out at second.
Yeah.
Jays last year were one of the top defensive teams in the game. This year, depending on what metric you're looking at, they're 15th in outs above average, 13th in defensive runs saved, tied for 20th in defensive efficiency. Diving stop. Schneider gets up and he steals a hit from Nico Horner.
Yeah, there's a little redemption for Schneider. Heck of a play. Like this one was headed to right field for an RBI single, but Schneider pulls a Nico, lays out, and quickly to his feet to get him.
You can see Nico react in frustration. That's how it's been going for Nico Horner. Understandable to be that frustrated. It's not something you see a lot from him.
No, you're right. He usually keeps it kind of contained.
Dribbler, third base side of the mound. Rogers up with it. Throw to first. Safe at first. Run scores. How about Carson Kelly? He's knocked in 6.
Got 4 with 1 swing of the bat. This time it's just a little roller. Sniffing that RBI. Gets to the tape in time. Won't get many infield hits. Cubs have had base runners in every inning today except for the 5th. They went 3 up, 3 down in the 5th. Multiple base runners in every other inning here this afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, this is more along the lines of the offense we saw the first month plus. Craig Counsell got to be happy to see this back-to-back games.
Yeah, well, you know, you put together a little bit of a run here. You score some runs and you start to change the narrative. So the next time you get shut out or shut down, it's not what's wrong with his offense. It's just, oh, that's just a day at the ballpark where you didn't score.
Yep. And that's ball 4. Dansby Swanson on base again.
Yeah, so in my world, if I were the commissioner, this game would have just ended right there.
Right there.
Yep. 10 walks. You walk 10 guys, game's over. Automatic loss. Even if you're leading.
Even if you're leading.
Even if you're leading.
And does the inning or base state matter?
No, done. 10. You walk 10. You're done.
Okay. By the way, for the Cubs, Justin Dean's going to hit here. This is the 7th plate appearance with the bases loaded. Do you really stand by that?
Yeah. Yeah. It's an affront to pitching everywhere if you walk 10. All right, folks.
The game is over. Enough. 10 walks. Justin Dean.
What's happening? Trainer. I think they want to check with Kirk again. Contact issue, perhaps.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to impress your friends?
Sure.
A little trivia question. The first pinch hit home run in Chicago Cubs history took place on this date in 1913.
Wow.
A gentleman hit it with a fellow by the name of Wilbur Good. So there you go, folks. If you're out at your local watering hole tonight.
Who was it?
Like Wilbur Good.
Wilbur Good.
Not Wilbur Wood. No.
Not Wilbur Wood.
No, Wilbur
Okay.
Good.
How come Mitch doesn't have it?
Never should have video of that, right?
Yeah. I don't know what is going on down the truck, Mitchie. Wilbur, by the way, only hit 9 career homers.
Picked his spots.
Yeah, he did.
The numbers for Justin and I. We saw a bunch of him in spring training. I can really go get him in the outfield.
He was part of that Dodger team that won it all last year. Dave Roberts in big spots would defend with him late. Right field, over the head of Sanchez. And watch Dean run. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man. He's going to anchor your relay team. Get a little love from Quentin Berry over there at third base. His skill set was similar. And Sanchez just freezes in right field by the time he realizes this ball's over his head. It's too late, and it's a triple. And they're brought to you by Invesco QQQ, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. He is flying. Bit of a rough day for the Jays defensively. Wow, can he run?
15-2. That, by the way, for Justin Dean, his first major league hit. So congratulations, a bases clearing triple. That'll do. And it was fun to watch you run.
And that forces, well, it doesn't force, but
it's the final straw.
It's the final straw. Miles Straw into the game.
The other way, and Ramirez with the knock. And it is 16-2. Woo!
Cubs have opened up a can here this afternoon.
Yeah, welcome to Wrigley, Justin Dean. Line drive and a base hit from Michael Busch. For more on Justin Dean, downstairs, and Elise Menaker.
It was fun talking to Justin before the game because just about the opportunity, he said he was very grateful for it. You can see it with the smile that he has on his face. Not something that he takes for granted, he said. And so when I mentioned his role earlier on in the game, that he could be on defense, you know, have these opportunities, run, right? He said, I want to be a problem on the base paths, go above and beyond to get outs on defense, be an elite defender. So you're just seeing someone, I think, who's just happy for the opportunity and soaking it all in.
On a hop, it eats up Okamoto, and Suzuki with the knock.
That's hit number 3 for Seiya today.
Cubs, by the way, have 11 runs batted in with the bases loaded today. That's your scorecard.
Some of those wrist speed numbers are regressing to the mean. It's a mess. My scorecard is a mess.
Yeah, we'll have that conversation another time. Even I was going back and forth with Mike Petriello about this, and I don't think maybe he's heard you talk about it, but you know, he basically jumped on the idea of like the Cubs at one point 28th with runners in scoring position, but this is hitting with runners in scoring position.
Yes,
this is not a leverage spot.
No,
this is not clutch
clutchy.
pressure. None of it.
Yeah.
Popped up. Oh, Miles Straw is called off.
You have to remind Schneider, wait a minute, I'm an outfielder. I can catch that.
(16-2). Welcome back to the Budweiser broadcast booth. Cubs fans for 150 years. This Bud's for you. How are you? John Shambi and Jim DeShays. Elise Menaker's out there. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good, man. Fun day at the ballpark.
Yeah,
beautiful day. Jam-packed Wrigley Field. We anticipated a pitcher's duel here today. Ben Brown held up his end of the bargain, but the Cubs jumped Kevin Gausman early and just kind of run away with it here. Fun day. Everybody getting in on the act. Grand slam. Carson Kelly, first big league knock for Justin Dean. PCA on base all afternoon, up and down the lineup. The boys having some fun.
No doubt.
And to change the narrative, rough go for a month or so. Here's Gavin Hollowell for the 3rd time.
Conforto stays in the game in left. Ramirez is in at 3rd. In the air, and that one slapped into right, and a base hit for Davis Schneider. Back to Justin Dean for a second. And it's amazing. You look at last year, he played in 18 games for the Dodgers. He got 2 at bats. And he was 0 for 2. Conforto makes the catch. In the postseason, he played in 13 games, did not have a plate appearance. So they would use him to defend and to run every now and again.
Well, conjures up memories of Herb Washington. People of a certain age would remember Herb with the A's back in the mid-70s. Charlie Finley, who was an outside the box thinker, signed Herb, who was a track star, as a pinch runner. Played in 105 games, never had an at bat. And I don't think he was a particularly good base stealer either. Yeah, stole 31 bases, was caught 17 times.
Wow.
Of course, when he came in, everybody knew exactly what he was doing in the game, so
Sure.
did everything they could to neutralize that speed. But what a fun story, right?
2-1.
Then Herb, after his baseball experiment was done, he went on. I think he ended up owning like a bunch of Burger Kings and McDonald's. Made a bunch of money. An entrepreneur.
Swing and a miss. 3-2.
Challenge fastball there from Gavin, and just blew it right by Springer, who's looking to hit one out there on the Waveland. He's already homered once today.
Liner caught. Nico Horner. And there's 2 away. Fans, the Marquee app presented by our friends at Miller Lite. It's your go-to for all things Cubs baseball this season. Watch live games, shows, and other exclusive Cubs content wherever you go. Scan the QR code now to download. Scan it.
In case you're wondering, yes, Charles McAdoo is a distant relative to Basketball Hall of Famer Bob McAdoo.
Popped up. Horner calls off Bush, and Nico makes a running catch in foul territory. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It is all Cubs here at Wrigley. Bottom 8, and the Cubs have a 16-2 advantage as Matt Shaw bounces one to third. Okamoto throw high, safe at first. And McAdoo came off the base.
And McAdoo. We didn't even get a chance to talk about the Shaw-Straw matchup. And
it's true.
14-run game. Matt Shaw busting it down the line. He's going to be out. McAdoo, as a matter of fact.
Toronto's challenging a safe call at first base.
It's airborne, but I believe he got that toe back down there. His great cousin Bob would have handled that without even having to jump. He was 6'9".
They're taking a second look. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Yeah, Bob was a wonderful player.
Yeah. Three-time scoring champion.
Stuck around at coach for a long time.
After review, the call is overturned. The runner is out. Runner is out, and Toronto will retain their challenge.
Is out.
I know, and I think, and then there was a reaction, and then he restated. Alfonso Marquez, the crew chief, so Matt Shaw is out.
Hey, speaking of wonderful players, congratulations, Jonathan Taves announcing his retirement from the NHL earlier today. The captain, no doubt headed to the Hall of Fame, won 3 cups with the Blackhawks.
Ground ball, base hit, right field, Nico Horner.
Good for the attitude, even though it's against a position player. It turns into a 3-hit game for Nico.
Amen. Tomorrow it'll be Patrick Corbin and Colin Ray. Three balls, no strikes. Carson Kelly, 6 runs batted in, a career high.
A lot of times when a position player comes in to pitch, it provides a little levity for the team that's getting thumped. I'm not getting the sense that
you're not sensing levity?
A lot of fun, no.
Swanson hits it to right. Sanchez there to gather it in, and there's 2 down. And now it's Justin Dean, first major league hit, a bases clearing triple in the 7th. We're at the bottom of the 8th. All Cubs. The news is good.
Cubs hitters against Miles Straw taking that patient approach, letting the ball get deep, using the whole field, practicing for their softball career after the baseball life is over. A little bender, a 53-mile-an-hour hook from Miles.
Statcast had it as a curveball.
Yeah.
Chop to third. Okamoto steps on the bag, and we're headed to the 9th. It's our game summary, and it's brought to you by Wintrust. Ben Brown, 6 strong innings, 2 earned. Didn't walk a soul, struck out 4. Cubs got 7 in the first. Carson Kelly a grand slam. He's knocked in 6 today, and 11 runs batted in with the bases loaded. So it has all gone in the right direction for the Cubs today.
Holby Milner in there to finish things off. He follows Brown, Roberts, and Hollowell to the mound for the Cubs this afternoon. He's been a busy man. This is his 35th appearance, tied for second most in the NL. He's been really good. He had that one clunker against the Giants. They put 6 runs on the board against them in a third of an inning. So basically half the runs he's allowed came in that one outing.
Liner caught. Dansby Swanson 1 away. Time now for the Intelligence Center powered by CDW and AMD. All right, season with RISP through Tuesday and then the last 2 games. And the numbers with RISP have gone and bounced up to 227. So it's bumped up 10 points in 2 games. Jim?
Yeah, John.
Anything you want to add on that?
You want to talk RISP?
No.
No, I'm good.
I get a question for you.
Uh-huh.
For you.
Yeah.
I'm going to, you know, I like to try to pin you down. Budweiser broadcast booth, by the way. What percentage is and will hitting with runners in scoring position be for this team? Like of the whole pie.
Like an importance?
Yes.
No, I can't. It's very difficult to quantify that because we've talked about how that can be a very misleading stat because there are tons of at-bats with runners in scoring position that are meaningless. Like we've seen a bunch of them here today.
Yes.
So if I'm forced to pick a number, I'll go with 8%.
8%.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm with JD. 8%.
Yeah. And I don't mean to diminish the struggles that the Cubs have had this
I'll diminish it. I will.
In those situations because they have.
Yes, I will. I'll diminish it.
Well, yeah, I will diminish it in terms that it's been overstated.
Yes.
But I won't completely dismiss it.
No.
I guess what I'm going to say.
Yeah. I mean, it's what's happened, but it's.
Yeah.
Sorry, I took you down that rabbit hole. 8%. Put it on a T-shirt. Jim DeShays.
People are up. They're anxious. They want to sing.
I know. I want to sing.
Captain Kirk, man, he's had a tough day. He's been back there behind the plate all afternoon catching this one.
Carson Kelly.
Oh, man, you talk about catcher on catcher crime right here. In a 16-2 game.
That's mean.
Kirk is like, come on, Carson, you're killing me.
The call is overturned. Chicago has one man.
Alejandro Kirk. He's 0 for 3. He's been behind the plate for 209 pitches. He took like 3 foul balls off his face today, Carson.
Well, the instincts kick in.
I know. I'm kidding.
I want to hear how that conversation went.
Yes. That's in there for a strike. Milner ready. 3-2. Ball game. Cubs win. Milner finishes it off 16-2. It's nice to have a laugher.
Yeah, Cubs haven't had many of those. They're starting to win more frequently, but they haven't had many like this of late. Just a complete beatdown here today. All phases of the game. Cubs obviously swung the bats really well. They took a ton of walks. Ben Brown was outstanding. Bullpen did their piece. Well, sing, folks, sing.
Sing it! Downstairs, and Elise Menaker.
Carson, another big inning for you guys. You have that grand slam in the first. What makes you most ready to hit that first pitch? I mean, because you got the bases loaded, you got a ton of guys in front of you getting knocks. What is it?
Yeah, you know, the guys in front of me get on base and then put some pressure on the pitcher. And, you know, he made a mistake and they put a good swing on it. So all in all, just got to be aggressive in those moments. And great win for the boys today.
Also, also taking your walks. You have 11 of them on the day. I'm going back to another at bat. You have a plate appearance where you take a walk with bases loaded. How are you able to not be overly aggressive?
Yeah, I mean, I think there are moments for it, and you just continue to keep the line moving. You get it to that next guy, trust the guy in front of you and the guy behind you, and just all in all, really good day for us.
Ben Brown, what can you say about him?
Just phenomenal. I mean, he's been great for us all year. Continues to get better with every start, learns from the mistakes, and just continues to keep going. So awesome day for him.
I just got to know, what'd you say to Kirk when you challenged the pitch? What'd you say to Kirk when you challenged the pitch there at the end?
A lot of the times they're like, what do you think? I don't know. And then like both catchers are like, I think I got it. And I don't know. So it's just that little conversation back and forth.
We got it. Thanks, Carson.
Absolutely.
Cubs win it 16-2. Nice day at the ballpark. For Jim DeShays, Elise Menaker, and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for watching Chicago Cubs baseball here on Marquee Sports Network. Again, your final, Cubs win it 16-2. Tomorrow, Game 2, Colin Ray, Patrick Corbin. Your starters coverage starts at noon. Coming up after the break, Cubs post-game live. Cole Wright and Cliff Lloyd. Stick around. They're coming up next.